Sounds like it's easy to fall into temptation and mess up your life. Listen, personally, I grew up rich, rich parents, politician father. My dad was a millionaire when he was in his 30s, and not today's money. We're talking about African politics in the 70s money. So in those times, it was not like today. So I grew up in huge houses. I always had drivers my whole life. I mean, my whole growing up life until I was around 25, I guess. I always had drivers. I always had armed securities, right? So when I was a kid, I used to go to school in a Mercedes. When I got 7 and we moved to France, I used to go to school in a Mercedes in the back with a driver. His name was Yundula. When I was going to Congo on holidays or to see my parents, and even when I was born, and same thing for my son, when I would go to the club or when I would go to anywhere, even go to school, it would be me in the back with my brothers and sisters. In the front, there would be the driver. On the other seat in the front, there would be an army man with a Uzi or with a rifle or something. So, to me, this is normal. I grew up in houses that were a minimum of 5,000 square feet. In Paris, in Congo, even bigger. So in square meters, I guess 400, 500 meters, 1,000 meters. Like, I always lived in huge properties. Because my parents were rich, growing up, I never knew what it was to be poor. And when I left my parents' house, it was to start my career. And again, I start my career. I think my first album came out, I was 24. And my first song was a hit. So I went from my parents' money to my own money. And because of that, since I was a kid at school, I was always surrounded by women. And I was always a charismatic kid. So before being famous, I was already surrounded when I was 18, 17, 18, 19, 20. I was always the guy walking with the models. When I was in my 20s, when I was 19, 20, David Guetta gave me, when David Guetta was the director of the club called Les Bandouches in Paris. And when I told him, hey, I'm at La Sorbonne University, he was like, oh, here's some invitations, give it to the nice girls. So he started giving me 100 invitations to go to Les Bandouches every weekend for the Wednesday party of Felix. And because I had the invitations for Les Bandouches, when I would go to the university and I was 18, all the nice girls, they knew that to get invitations to go to Les Bandouches, I was the guy. So I started distributing invitation at the faculty. And when I would go to the club, Marilyn, who was the physiognomist at the door, who was not letting anybody go, when I would arrive in front of the club with some nice blonde girls from school, she would be like, oh, darling, hey, you guys let Kaysha pass. So I was famous before being famous. And I had the nice girls before being famous. And yet, listen, I would go there to the club, be there chilling. I had money because my parents had money. And my friends were kids of people with money too, plus rappers, plus etc. So when I would be at the Bandouche, I would be at the VIP. I would not be with the rest of the people. And sometimes I would take the microphone, do some. So by the time my first album came out and I sold 100,000 copies, money was nothing new to me. Getting girls was nothing new to me. And being famous slash charismatic, being surrounded by nice girls was nothing new to me. I would even go to say that until today, I'm still not as rich as my dad. So money, fame, and women could not go in my head because it's nothing special to me. I grew up like this. I grew up powerful. But I've seen a lot of people coming from humble beginnings and going too far from this to, and yeah, all of a sudden they can fuck. All of a sudden they make money. All of a sudden they dress well. All of a sudden the girls that would never talk to them start talking to them. And I was like, bro, be careful. And you can see people change because it changes you. And boom. So I believe that it's easy to fall into it if it arrives too quick, and if you don't have education and you are not able to take everything with a grain of salt in life. Another question: would you go back to live in France permanently? Hell no. I mean, no. Unless there's a good reason, I don't think so. Let me see. MJ saying, as fans, we only know our perception of these music stars but not who they are as individuals. Yeah, listen. It's not, imagine now you take a bunch of guys from the ghettos of the US or the ghettos of Africa, and they go from nothing to multi-million deals, like sell shows at 50,000. Do you know what 50,000 is? Imagine, listen, I was talking to you about us in the little Zouk industry, the little Kizomba industry. We were making 1,000 per show. And we were like, yo, we're making a ton of money because we're making like 10 shows every month. Now imagine if you make 10 shows every month, but every show is sold 50K. Listen, don't go so far. 10K. Let's say you do 10 shows every month at 10K. Once you pay everybody, the managers, etc., your share is 10. So maybe they sell your show for 15K. Everybody takes a cut and you make 10K. And let's say you have 2 shows on Fridays, this show on the Saturday, another show next Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Fridays, and like in the end of the month, you make 100K every month for 2 years. Bro, that's 2 million. Imagine the months before this beginning, you, your mom, your dad, your family, you had no money. You were on welfare. And all of a sudden, you make 1 million every year. And let's say you used to not even ever dressed fashion and etc. And all of a sudden, you are with girls like J-Lo. Of course you go crazy. Of course you go crazy. How you not gonna go crazy? It's impossible not going crazy. Unless you have an amazing support system, unless you walk like, listen, The first time somebody showed me a cigarette and say, you want to try? I said, no. The first time somebody told me, hey, here's some alcohol. You want to try? I said, no. Oh, are you religious? No, I'm not interested. I like to control. I'm a control freak. I like to control myself. So I don't see the point in putting anything in my system that will disturb my functioning. Oh, hey, you want to try some coke? Hell no. You want to try some weed? Hell no. Are you boring? But that's how I survived in this business. And when it was time to take important decisions, I had my whole head. A lot of people, I realize today that a lot of people, listen, I have a good friend. He took a lot of stupid decisions in his music business. And I was always like, what's wrong with this guy? And somebody told me, but this guy was on coke the whole time, bro. And I was like, oh shit. I never realized that because I don't walk around with people. I don't know the symptoms and stuff. But now it makes sense. Now everything makes sense. Why some people fuck their careers. Drugs, women, money, education, lack of education. That's a lot of it. So listen, it's not because somebody's name is P. Diddy or whatever that they are different from anybody. Julie, what up? How you doing, sis? I hope you're doing good. Antoine, j'ai toujours raison. Tu devrais le savoir. Oh, l'oreille du bois. Listen. L'oreille du bois. C'était à Porte-Maillot, ça, non? Oh, listen. I don't know if you remember one time I was with you and Philippe from Organize and whoever. And we were coming out of l'Oreille du Bois at Porte-Maillot. And I don't know what happened, but the guys from the party, the security, what was their name? Les Requins Vicieux. They were beating up a guy in front. Oh, listen. We were like scared. Maman Dalia, what up? How you doing? Hey, when are you coming back to the show? Hey, Kelina, how are you? Hope you're doing good. You see, I come early. Your childhood sounds awful, you poor things. Don't be a hater, Bruno. I didn't listen. None of us choose, right? None of us choose where we are born as children. We don't choose. So it is what it is. Like, look, my daughter, I'm going to do everything for her to have the best childhood as possible. But you know what? She still cries because, yeah, she's mimada de mimada. But yeah, she cries sometimes for shit. And I'm like, damn, we had maids that would beat us. Nobody beats you up. But yeah, she cries for stuff like, and then she says, yeah, you guys don't love me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm telling my wife, listen. But listen, my wife grew up, she didn't have that much, not like me. And yeah, listen, she wants her daughter to have everything. And with everything, there's always a balance of, if kids grow up with too much, they can turn out amazing individuals or horrible ones. And listen, I have some people that I grew up with who turned up horrible because of everything I had. It's just, I don't know, the education was different, and sometimes it's just a character. But yeah, it was hard. It was hard. Whoa, la milliardaire. What up? What have you done? Eminence Lombela, what up? What have you done as a star that you are not proud of? Nothing. You know, I respect my family name too much to do anything that I'm not proud of. Everything I ever done is stuff that I can assume. You can show me the movie of my whole life. I can say, oh damn, I should have done this like that. I should have took that business decision or whatever, or maybe I should have left this girl way earlier, some stuff like that. But there's nothing that you're gonna show me and I'm gonna say, oh Lord, this is oh what a shame. No, listen. Lived an amazing life, did a lot of things, had a lot of fun. When I was serious, I was serious. When I was single, I was fucking around, but there's nothing that I did that I can say to myself, oh my God, what a shame. Nah, listen, I don't have like, if they open a tribunal and say, listen, until January 31st, 2024, anybody that have something to say about Zouk artists or Kizomba artists and they want to file complaints, you can go ahead and you can settle the way Peter did. Listen, my name will not be in that list. And if my name is there, I will laugh because I will know that this is a money grab. And I'll be like, yeah, who? Oh, you. Listen, you know the good thing with me? I kept all my WhatsApp messages since WhatsApp exists. I have everything backed up. And I got SMS, maybe not, but emails. I got all my emails. So listen, if you hear saying, oh, whatever, I'll be like, wait, what's her name? Oh, wait a minute. Up. Here's our conversations. Does it seem like, nah. So me, yeah, my conscience is really clear. As a star, I don't have listen, the thing is, as I was saying before, if you born in money, you born from famous parents, even if it's from politics and not music, and you are already good looking, becoming famous doesn't really change your life. It changes maybe the numbers, it changes maybe where the money comes from. It's not your parents' money, it's your money, stuff like that. But I was never about like, I want to have all the girls in the world because I want to have all the girls in the world. Like, I didn't see the point. I was like, I want to have the best ones, yes, but I'm not like some people that like they never ate in their lives, or so all of a sudden they want to spend their life, they want to spend in because they want to be seen in the big restaurants. Listen, I grew up going in the finest restaurants in Paris because on Sundays our dad, who was ambassador, would take us to the drugstore, the Phukets, the nice hotels, Miami, LA, New York, the Waldorf. Like, we grew up in that. So becoming famous doesn't change for you. Like, yeah, listen, like my dad came to my house. I was very proud. He came to my house this summer and he was there. I was like, yeah, I have a 160 meter square apartment in Lisbon. Very nice view, penthouse. I was proud. But I think my dad's office is 2 times my living room anyway. So it was like, yeah, it's a nice. But did you see my parents' house in Congo? Wait. Let me see. Kinshasa. Let me show you the house. Where is it? So give me a second. Let me find you a photo of that house. Okay, look. All right. To explain to you my point of view, right? Why are these people calling me while I'm live? Now, look. Oh, this is my brother. Okay. You see here on that part, right? On the left, this is just where they clean the clothing, and it's the security people. Some of the security are there, right? Now, all this part here, all this on the top, all this is my parents' bedroom. It's probably the size of my old apartments. All this here is the kitchen, and if you look, all this is on the top are the bedrooms, and then you have here, it's a whole living room. And down there, you still have my brother lives there. And all this here on the right is my dad's office. And it's the size of, listen, all this here is my dad's office. So imagine, he probably has 200 meters just of his office. So look, when you grow up in a house like this, that's my cousin, that's my uncle, that's my son growing up there. This is my mom. I don't know if I have videos. But if you live, well, if you grow up in a place like this, yeah, I mean, until I have a place that big, I'm not gonna be impressed by my own place. I'm happy. Listen, I love my apartment. I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I made it. I'm like my own money and stuff. Yeah, look at this. Like, I'm in the richest neighborhood in Lisbon. Yes. But when you leave when you enter my father's apartments, you have police with weapons. And then you still have to go through a whole way inside of that. And my dad doesn't walk without people with bodyguards, armed bodyguards and stuff. So when you grow up like this, it's so different, and people cannot really get it.